back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to create these faux leather purses. So here's what we're going to create in this video. We've got the big purse, the small purse, and also this little pouch that holds doggy bags for all you animal lovers out there. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So what I received was this big pouch from Amazon. It had about 30 sheets of different faux leathers, all different types of variety, different designs, all different tastes. So I decided that I liked this black and gold tartan. So that's the first one I'm going to use in this video. And I also was using my pink fabric grip Cricut mat to use for my faux leather. So firstly I was going to stick it face up, and then I decided face down. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. So stick that down, and then you can see that on my hand. What's the next step? I've got some masking tape. So although this sticks really well to the mat, using masking tape or some painter's tape, just give it some extra protection, because once it's in that machine it can move around. I've had that happen to me in the past, especially the more you use the mat or the piece of fabric, it loses its grip. So just make sure it's stuck down so it doesn't move during cutting. So you'll see me do that. And then what I did next, although this mat, you know, the mats have the grids and you can measure them with using the grids, I don't know why I was using a measuring tape, and I was measuring how wide the piece of fabric was, and that was 8 inches wide. It's just so that I knew what size I was going to input into Cricut Design Space. So in this one I think I put 7.5 in this one. So this was for the doggy bag, 7.5. I'll cut it on the mat obviously, and then when it does this preview for it, it spreads it out. So what I do is those components, I move them around just to get the most out of the fabric. Otherwise it just spreads it and wastes material that you don't need to waste. So I'm connecting to my maker. That's what I'm using. I'm just using the original maker, and then connecting to the machine. And I use the settings faux leather paper thin, and then for the pressure I add more pressure. And sometimes you even need to do more than that. So let's get cutting this next piece. So once it comes out of the machine, I'm just going to make sure it has cut through before I take the mat completely out, in case you need to go back in for a second cut, which I do have to do sometimes. So with my weeding tool I'm just peeling it up, just making sure it's cut through, and then I'll pull the mat out. And here's the first piece cut. It's as simple as that, and then we'll go on to assembling a bit later. So there it is. Just peeling off some masking tape, and then it also comes with the little flappy bit. That was the bit there, and we'll attach that later on. So on to the next one, which is the purse. So this one I did at 4.5. So I was trying to figure out whether to do face up or face down, which way to get the most out of the bit of material that I had left, because I was trying to do it in the same design. So I'm just cutting off these excess bits that are flapping around. So firstly I've stuck it face up, or face down should I say, and then I changed my mind and I thought actually I'll get the most out of it if I face it the other way. So I did it face up, which you'll see now. There you go. So that's all stuck on. I'm going to do the same as before, add the masking tape, and it's probably even more important because this material has already been stuck once, so it's a lot less sticky than the first time round. That's going in the machine, and we're going to cut the little purse. And then as it's come out with my weeding tool, just making sure it's come out, and it actually hadn't cut, and I was supposed to put it back in the machine for a second cut, and I ended up pressing the wrong button and it came out. So we're going to have to use some scissors and trim this off. So let me show you. I'm just going to peel that off. So it looked like it cut, and then I was supposed to reload the mat, but you can see that one little corner for some reason didn't cut. It cut the whole design apart from that little corner, but luckily it's not intricate design to cut out by hand, so with some scissors I'm just cutting it rather than wasting that bit of material and having to do that bit again. Can always make it work. That's it, and there's your next little purse. So for the next purse I decided to use this green holographic, so I'll stick that one down, and this one was a lot thicker than the first material that I used, so I'm going to stick that, use the masking tape and stick it down like we've done before. There we go. Stick that down. And then in this one I'm going to do 6.5 for the purse size on this one, and you'll see it's a lot, bigger. So, a couple of inches makes a difference in size. So I'm rearranging that on the mat like I did before. And then the first time it cut, you can see it hadn't cut through. You can see the grooves, but it hadn't completely cut through. So I decided, and on this time I did press the right button. I went back in and I cut again, and when it came out the second time it actually had cut through. It did need a bit of guidance. What I used actually in the end was my weeding tool. You'll see I just guided it along the cut lines, and actually it was cut, but it just needed a bit of help. There you go, and that's come out. So let's peel this off. Once I'm happy that it's actually cut through, then I actually unload the mat, and then we'll get on to the next step, which is the assembly part. And if you can hear snoring, that's my little dog beside me snoring. So for assembly you're going to need some plastic snap buttons. This pack of 400 I think it is there, I got this off Amazon, so I'll link that down below. And you'll need a glue gun, and it comes with this huge variety of colours and the snap pliers, and then there's even more little ones in the box, but they don't fit in the case. So first step is with this little keychain hook, you put a little bit of glue and then fold that flap over, and don't do what I did and let it go straight away because it pops back up. Hold it down for a few seconds and then it will stick. The hot glue does work a treat on this material. And then to fold up the purse to see where to glue next, I fold it up, I almost create the crease, so then you can see the crease line there, and then with the hot glue, glue down both sides of the purse like that. Don't worry about those little strings of glue, and then fold down and press. I hold it for a few seconds, and then I go along with my fingers and press down and make sure all the sides are stuck down. Like that. Getting all those little stringy bits out. Fold down the flap, ready for the assembly part. So to assemble, you're going to use your plastic snaps as we did before. I went for this bright green. You've got your flap piece, and then you have the male and female bottoms, so you have to use the opposite for each side of the purse. And then using the snap pliers, you put the flat piece in the black head of the plier, and you literally just press, and that's press that in. Then we need to do the opposite side, so this time you put the flat piece underneath because you need the two male and female bits that snap onto that to join together. And then this was awkward. I had to fold it down to be able to get the pliers in, give it a press, and it's as simple as that. That snaps closed, lovely. And sometimes they don't close properly, so I find that I have to give it another press. Maybe I didn't do it enough. And that's the key fob. I'll show you that later, done up. So there's the two different bits. Excuse me, there's two different bits, the male and female, you can see. So make sure you have the opposite ends when you're doing it. This is the doggy pouch. There's the little handle, so that just folds over, and then it sort of, with those little flaps, doesn't go through the hole. So with that, I'll glue the first little bit down to the bottom of the pouch, and then also glue the two flaps down together as well. Hold that down for a few seconds, and then that's done. You can see that I've already done the buttons on one side, so I'm just going to show you the other side. So these have to sort of clip together before you snap them closed. You do have to find the holes, which is hard to find. Sometimes you have to use your weeding tool to find it. But put the flat piece underneath, join the two bits with the holes, add your opposite male or female, whichever side you're doing first. And then with the pliers, the black piece always goes against the flat part of the snap button, and then press. Just nice firm pressure, and that's that on. And then you just need to do the top one. So this time the flat bit goes on the top. Get your snap pliers in and press. And that's it. Press them together. And this is your little doggy bag. Doggy carry bag. So here's the little purse that I cut out earlier. I've already glued it because it's the same way that I glued that big green one. The way you fold the little flap and then you fold the bottom up to create your little purse. So quickly I'm just going to add the snap buttons onto this one, same way like I did the others, and you can use any colour. You choose the colours to fit your design, and there you have it. There's your little purse. So this is the 4.5 inch purse, and then this was the 6.5 inch purse, and then there's your doggy bag. So there's all my bits that I've just cut out today. Really quick and simple to do. So I'm also going to show you the key fob. So using snap buttons, you put those in the holes and you can create a little key fob. So you can do that out of any material you like. And then I'll show you the doggy bag with the doggy bags in it, so you can see how it's supposed to be, where they come out the hole out the bottom. So that's really cute to have when you're out dog walking. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and be sure to come back soon. Bye.